The other day, I said that if Trump were to nuke Greenland or Gaza or Panama, it would maybe take a couple days to a week, but the right wing would fall in line and they would support it because MAGA is a fascist terrorist death cult. And so whatever their dear leader says, they will support. And look, you saw this perfectly when it came to January 6th. I'm sure you guys remember, but the first couple days to a week, you had, this is unacceptable. This is not right. These guys are terrorists. These guys are wrong. This is an insurrection. And then after a week or so, they all got their talking points and they all got on the same page and they totally flipped, right? They totally flipped it and it was, Antifa did it and it was horrible. They infiltrated us and tried to make us look bad. But also we did it and it was based and it was awesome. And these are like patriots who were peacefully protesting. They didn't do anything wrong. That's what they do, right? And they would go as far as to defend Trump nuking an innocent country. For sure. For sure. Now, you might say, I don't know, Kyle, that's a little extreme. I think even they would turn on that. Would they? Would they? Here is Jesse Waters, who is going to joke around and glaze what are functionally Donald Trump-created ICE concentration camps now throughout the country. Listen to what he says here, and imagine this from a historical perspective, right? Imagine how this looks 40, 50 years in the future, looking back at this moment in U.S. history, and, people in a classroom in, let's say, France in the year 2070 something. How will this come across? Listen to what he says here.
You're also saying that someone was murdered at a detention facility. It's already been debunked weeks ago. The guy was trying to commit suicide.
Literally about 40 people have died in ICE custody. One was even potentially lynched, but I digress.
And the people were trying to save his life. All right, these detention centers are amazing. You get dental care. You get free health care. Have you ever seen the kind of concierge health care services they have at these detention facilities?
Yeah.
It's where did this guy come from? This guy came from Ecuador without any running water, Jessica. He's lucky to have these types of services. Let me just understand your position.
That is beyond grotesque. There was literally a report that came out the other day that said they actually don't get any health care. The U.S. government has refused to now pay the providers of the healthcare, and it's gotten to the point where they just don't offer people healthcare. They also don't give them the medicine that they need, even when people tell them, hey, I need to take this medicine, I have this medical condition. They don't give them the medicine, which is why, again, we've had about 40 deaths in ICE custody. In just Trump's second term, that's a year. 40 people have died. 40. Here he is going, bro, are you kidding me? These fucking concentration camps are amazing. The detention centers are amazing. Really? Because literally one of them is nicknamed Alligator Auschwitz. It had to be shut down because it wasn't even hitting the bare minimum standards for like a fucking banana republic. He goes, you get free dental care, free health care. This guy came from Ecuador with no running water. Okay, what's it like at these facilities here? Here's one. Breaking. Reports out of Dilley, Texas. This is an ICE detention center. Say children can be heard screaming as chaos erupts inside the ICE facility. This comes as families inside the center have already been protesting conditions and demanding release. If the U.S. government is moving children in shackles behind locked doors, we need answers now. Here we go. Listen to this. This is blood curdling.
I'm outside. It doesn't say out here.
And I've just been ordered to leave the premises. And she's yelling at me right now, so I'm gonna head back to my car and try and keep you abreast of the situation. I'm outside of the Dilley facility here in South Texas. There's a demonstration of detainees taking place inside right now. We were all asked to leave. There's a drone flying up ahead right now. It's an extremely bizarre situation. You can hear them shouting. Can you hear that? They're shouting, "Let us out, let us out." There's people in blue shirts. Again, there's drones flying up ahead. There appear to be hundreds of people through the crack that I can see. And again, I was here for an attorney visit and they asked me to leave abruptly without telling me why, ordering people who were waiting to stand outside in the cold. And I'll try and keep you updated as to what is happening.
Guys, we know what's been going on. There's been extensive reporting. They took 288 people, gave them no due process whatsoever, and shipped them to CCOT in El Salvador, where they got tortured and raped. These are absolute horror stories that we've heard. That's not only happening there. The ICE detention facilities here are absolutely disgusting and grotesque and a crime against humanity. I mean, we are talking about people not being fed. If they are fed, they get fed like moldy shit with like maggots and worms in it. Okay, there's some secret video that leaked relatively recently of like way overcrowded facilities, which also makes it so that illnesses spread quickly. They're like little petri dishes in there. Like bare minimum sanitation is not offered. I mean, you literally have like a toilet with a million people around, no privacy whatsoever. I mean, they treat these people worse than animals. You also have, I mean, again, they keep blowing off court orders. You'll have the court tell them, hey, you can't do X, Y, or Z. Then they keep doing X, Y, and Z. And so to have on Fox News, to have them glaze Trump's concentration camps and detention centers, I mean, it is insulting to our intelligence. But the fact of the matter is about 35% of the country watches Jesse Waters say that, and they laugh and they nod along in agreement. And you sit back and you wonder, well, how the fuck could something like Nazi Germany happen? How did people like let that happen? Well, now you know. Now you know there's a massive propaganda effort mixed with colossal dehumanization of the others. And here we are. We're literally going through it right now, where 40 people have died in ICE Gestapo custody. Jesse Waters doesn't care. In fact, he lies to protect ICE. You have literal criminals joining ICE. Jesse Waters doesn't care. He's defined ICE as the good guys so they can do whatever the fuck they want to do. We have actual stories of torture that they've done. Jesse Waters doesn't care. Hey, they probably deserved it. You have a story of them lynching a guy. They don't care. And by the way, is anybody really going to question that now? After we've seen 2 executions on video, what that looked like? So now you know anytime they have a story, oh, we were attacked or whatever, now you know that's fucking bullshit. Now you know. And by the way, and this was something that goes back to even Trump's first term, there were allegations that ICE was doing slavery at their facilities. So that is very possibly one of the reasons why there is this protest going on at this facility. The other thing is they'll lock people up with no due process, not give them a court hearing, and they'll keep them there for fucking months. And they're going, what the fuck? Their families weren't told. Their lawyers weren't told. They're locked up for months. They have totally shredded the Constitution. All of their rights have been taken away. And you got little fucking weasel scumbag frat boy bitches like Jesse Waters, who's perfectly comfortable lying on air relentlessly and saying, what are you talking about? Our concentration camps are basically like resorts, bro. Everybody should be thankful. Everybody should be happy. I mean, it's the most anybody could ever want. The best these people could ever have is being in a MAGA concentration camp. They should be thanking Donald Trump. He would say that shit as these people were being shipped to a fucking gas chamber. You know it. I know it. Everybody knows it.
Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.